Hello guys, welcome back to 1878 Blues, West Ham nil, Everton nil. Just before we get into this reaction, if you'd like, comment and subscribe, it'd be fantastic. Try and get 900 subs before December. So, yeah, we've taken the points. I think most reactions under Sean Dyche being in charge is going to be, is it really worth mentioning that we're going to play well? Because we really do. The performances are terrible. It's daylight robbery paying them prices to go and watch Everton Football Club. I really want to go and see a lot of games at Goodison Park and a few away games, maybe like Newcastle away or something, stadiums like that I want to go to. And I am struggling. Probably away games is probably more advertising because it's something new. You're in a new area. You have all the hype on a coach before the game and all that stuff. But the game itself won't be great. But you're still entertained because you're away fans and the atmosphere will be very good. You'll be singing all the time, standing up and whatnot. But at home, it's just going to be really hard for me to, if it wasn't a season that it'll be our last season at Goodison Park, then I'll be probably, I don't know how many games I'd go to. It wouldn't be many at all, if any, because for me it's really hard to go and pay that price to watch the way we play. It's really hard to, find a good enough reason to pay them prices to go. And people go, well, you support your club, blah blah blah. But things have gone up, and when my situation in my life changes again very soon, if when it does, I won't have much time. Whereas now I've got a lot of free time and I still haven't decided to go to a game because it's been very hard to watch. And again, this game again, didn't watch it, was listening to it on the radio, and even the commentators were finding other ways to entertain themselves other than the game itself. First half was terrible by both sides. Everton looked a bit more promising, had a chance at the corner. Should have finished that off. I mean, it's beckons beyond belief sometimes when players don't understand their surroundings, and I just don't know how he hasn't taken that shot a bit earlier or just had a bit more drive about him to create the chance better for himself. It was poor by Decore, where in other seasons he's been quite relentless in them situations where he's actually, I'm not saying he scores 20 goals a season, we know that, but he doesn't do that. But he has chances like that, he can take them away, and sometimes he looks like a player who's never put a pair of football boots on in his life and then finishes a chance off really well, from doing nothing really, or nothing really impacting in the game at all. And he scores them chances really well, but he's just not looked the same this season. And I think we've utilised players more. He was kind of like a focal point in this team. When we were struggling, he was someone who could just change the game out of nowhere or score a goal out of nowhere. Where he's kind of just been cushioned in with the rest of the squad now, and he's got less responsibility and risk about him. But yeah, should have took that away. And West Ham had their first shot on target. Brentford getting caught out in possession, or caught. He wasn't really in possession, but he was just weak in that individual moments. A better mind just before, so Bowen missed the chance basically. It was a good Pickford save on the near post. It was the first shot on target in 44 minutes in the first half. So basically when the half is about to finish. But just, I was a bit, like I said in the last video, I can understand why he's probably kept Tarkowski in with Brentford because it worked so well this season. He mentioned that in his post-match interview. But yeah, it did feel a bit harsh from Keane because Tarkowski hasn't been great. But look, we've kept a clean sheet and that's all you can ask your defenders to do. Bear in mind, Pickford has saved us today, in my opinion. But yeah, West Ham didn't look like he was in the game at all. Second half, they had a few more chances. Somerville hitting the post. Pickford did get beaten that occasion. I think Bowen had another chance maybe. Pickford saved. But we didn't really create much in the second half. We had a Lindstrom chance. in the first half, I think, with a header. Um, Tipped over the bar, comfortable save, in my opinion, from Fabianski. Just plays in that situation, even though you're not used to heading the ball, you must have, you're a Premier League footballer, you should know how to head the ball properly, come on. And direct it a bit better, and it wasn't a great header by, straight at Fabianski. But Lindstrom was poor first half. I wish we were a bit more ruthless, though. I know it kind of worked that Lindstrom was better in the second half, but most of the time it isn't normally the case, and the player's just as bad as he normally is in the first half, and we keep them on for like 75 minutes and then make a change, which doesn't make sense, Some of the changes today as well didn't make sense, in my opinion, as well. But yeah, West Ham looked better in the second half. It was one of them games that it could have easily been 1-0 if it's a goal early on or later on. I mean, if it's earlier on, then you have the chance to 2-0 because it looked like both sides didn't want to lose the game. Both sides haven't been great this season. West Ham should be more disappointed because of their recent success in the past few seasons, how they've started this one. And some of the players they've got as well, I think they should be doing better than what they are providing at the moment, even though I didn't think Lopetegui was the right choice. I really didn't, so it didn't make any sense to me. Very similar playing style to Moyes, but it just seems like their players are not getting it at the moment. And I think we had an opportunity there today to take it, and we didn't. Even though we didn't threaten their goal much, which shows in itself. We had 18 shots. Number of times this season we've had a lot of shots. We can all have a go at Dyche, but at the end of the day, players are still getting chances and they are not taking them. And taking them chances changes the output of the game. Now, whatever Dyche does afterwards, if we do score, it makes it more of a negative approach to the game and they end up losing. You can put blame on Dyche, and situations has happened like that this season. His tactics are questionable, but you're still having 18 shots in a game. They might not all be very close to the goal or whatnot, and half chances and stuff, but at the end of the day, we're not pulling away the chances at all. And when if you don't get many chances, you've got to take the chance when you get it, or at least make the keeper work or get it on target. And yeah, I thought we were poor today. Midfield, we were kind of comfortable with Bengali and Guy. I just thought the attacking players were very off today. I didn't understand Harrison coming on that late. I know he was waiting on the sidelines for a bit, but just the changes were very strange. I would like to see Beto come on for more than 20 minutes or 10-15 minutes in games. This case today was about 20 minutes. I need to see him given half an hour or something. Just asking too much, I feel. Even though the player is probably a bit more confident than he was a month ago. We just can't expect him to. I feel like Beto needs to grow into the game a little bit. And to give him half an hour just feels a bit more, you'll get more of a chance of success with him. And yeah, the other chance very late, Danny Ings come on, commentators on TalkSport I was listening to mentioned that, West Ham do need like a type of Danny Ings to come on and just provide a bit more pressure up front, and he's got that quality when he gets his chance, which is a rare occasion because he doesn't play many minutes and gets injured all the time. But he had a shot deflected, and it was a fantastic save by Pickford near enough at the end of the game. Tipped it over the bar. Outstanding save. And that got us the points, and that's the main thing. We've come out of there with a draw. Should have drew against Southampton. I think, them offside calls, you can claim it. Yeah, it is offside's offside. If you can messing about with the rule, then it's just gonna affect the meaning offside, and it's gonna be pointless, and then it's gonna be, there's always gonna have too many opinions about it. If you just call it offside, it's offside. It still annoys me though, because that better goal against Southampton, to me, whatever was going to happen in that moment, is him being 2 centimeters back instead of being 2 centimeters ahead wasn't going to make a difference in that individual moment. And it's frustrating, but we didn't deserve much in that game anyway. Southampton took the chance, we didn't, in a sense. And Southampton showed today that they're a very poor side, very nice playing side, but not enough quality to win games in this league on a consistent basis at all. And obviously Everton handed them their first win of the season. And, you know, if we drew that game, which I still would have thought would have been disappointing, even though we're not a great side ourselves. I think we are better than Southampton, a lot better. We should be. And, you know, we could have we got a draw today. It wouldn't been too bad. 2 draws, but, you know, it is what it is. But I just think West Ham today, despite their improved second half performance and bigger chances, I think they was there for the taking. And I don't think their manager's going to be there for much longer, in my personal opinion. I just don't think he suits West Ham at all. And yeah, again, missed our chance, but, you know, other seasons we would have lost that 1 or 2-0. So, yeah, I don't actually know who we're playing next. I'm sure there's an international break coming up, unless I'm wrong. But we take the point, we move on. 10 points now, I think we've got. Yeah, just keep cracking on, hopefully get a couple more wins out of nowhere. 1 loss in 7, you know, despite who you play. Everyone in this Premier League deserves to play in this Premier League due to merit. You still got to win these games. You know, if you don't win them games where you should, you know, the favourable games, then you won't win a league title, you won't finish 4th, you have to be beating these teams, you know what I mean? You have to be taking points off these teams, and we have. Like I said, 1 loss from 7, arguably nearly didn't lose that game against Southampton, could have got a draw from it, so it could have been 7 games unbeaten. It isn't the end of the world. I feel like I've seen worse in terms of results and what we're getting. Other seasons have been a bit panicky. For some reason, I feel a bit comfortable at the moment, and there's players coming back, new players coming in like Brozier. Let's just see how it goes. Let's see how the next home game goes. It'll be nice to just get a few more wins on the board, feel a bit more comfortable. But yeah, we'll take it. It is what it is. Like, comment, subscribe, and I will see you all soon.